Parker. Welcome back to my channel. This vlog will be centered around the time frame that it takes me to read Wild Eyes by Elsie Silver. I am excited to get into this book. I tried reading this a couple months ago, but I recognized that I was getting into a reading slump, so I decided to veer away from this book and find something else so I didn't destroy my experience while reading this book. I read Wild Love a couple months ago and I love that book. It was an amazing book. I've even read the entirety of the Chestnut Springs series and I love that series as well. So I don't see why this would be any different. I am ready to get into this. The first sentence of this book, I am aware, is a very popular TikTok sound because of the narrator or the voice used in the audiobooks for West. And every single time that sound pops up on TikTok, I have to listen to it. It is just a funny quote, but also the voice is absolutely amazing. I do have some assignments I have to do for school because I do have stuff due later this week. Today is September 1st, so that's where we're starting now with this time frame. I'm ready for some small town cowboy romance for sure. I'm excited. I'm ready to get it back into the world of Elsie Silver. I know I'm gonna love this no matter what. I even have Wild Side over here ready for whenever I want to read the next book in the series before, I think, fourth and final book of this series, which is Wild Card, I believe, comes out. So I'm excited to get into this book, get it back into the world, get back into the characters that I love to read about. I'll have to wait and see how long it takes me to finish this book. Reading this non-stop today. I've already almost hit 100 pages already. I read this before my class this morning and then in between my classes, and then whenever I went and got my groceries, because I finally did that today. In my last video I was saying I was going to do it all weekend. I finally went and got groceries. From the time I got back to my apartment, sat in my car to wait to get the notification that my order was ready, I was reading, and then whenever I got to Walmart to pick up my order, I started reading there because I was so engrossed in the story. I've audibly laughed, like full on died laughing last night while reading portions of this book. I can't. I am loving this. I'm so glad I decided to wait to read this book whenever I knew I was out of a slump, because whenever I started this a couple months back, I was in a massive slump. It was in the beginning of my slump and I just was not in the mood to read anything. I was struggling so hard trying to get into reading and it just, nothing felt right. I almost didn't read for an entire month. I think I read The Housemaid in like a week and I was kind of forcing myself to read that. I love that book. That book is so good, but I'm just glad I waited to read this until now so I didn't destroy my feelings about this book. I am eating this up. I love Emmy. I love Oliver. I can't with how Emmy is just a ball of energy and she just says what's on her mind, and it's great to see how West is with Emmy and he just rolls with the punches, and the banter between West and Skylar is absolutely amazing. I can't get over them going back and forth with one another just so quickly. I love every minute of it. Whenever I was reading last night, some of those lines were killer. For the first chapter, I was not expecting that moment with the bear. I knew the bear would come into the storyline for a moment there, but I was not expecting to the extent it did, where it was literally breathing down West's neck whenever he was trying to protect Skylar from the bear. I could not get over that. I also would have been scared for my life as well, so definitely enjoying this book. Now, I've always wondered what this bird cage meant and like what's the significance of this bird cage on the cover, and now I get it. Cherry is absolutely amazing and she just says the best lines from Skylar's. Like when Skylar says anything, Cherry just repeats the best part of it. I'm betting Cherry's gonna come around to West at some point and like him, but right now it's just hilarious where West comes in and Cherry's like, leave us be, get out of here. So I'm loving this book. I'm loving all the characters. It's funny seeing Scotty the mouse come back into play in this book, because in the first book, Rosie named a mouse Scotty just to get onto Ford's nerves, being like, oh yeah, Scotty was at my bunkhouse, and just pissed him off. I love seeing Rosie and Ford whenever Skylar came in, automatically just having the chemistry where Skylar knew something was between them, but they were absolutely so nice to Skylar. Like, I'm loving every moment about this. So my roommate yesterday, first she Snapchatted me, then she texted me, and then she called me while I was editing at this time, so I was fully engrossed in what I was doing, so I wasn't even checking my phone. So she called me and she was like, girl, hey, there's this book. I know you like collecting, so do you want this book? And I was like, wait, it's $13? Ain't no way. She was like, yeah, it's $13. It's like, yes, get it for me. So of course I paid her back. She knows me so well. My roommate, I've known her since my second year of college. So I've known her for a couple years now, and she's the closest friend I have up at college. So I'm constantly hanging with her. She and I connect with reading books all the time. So she's one of my best friends up here, and she knows me so well. We go book shopping all the time together, so she knows my taste. And the book she called me about, you're not gonna believe this. Normally this thing runs extremely expensive. The entire book series is extremely expensive. So it is Throne of Glass. Normally these things run for like $80. Like, we went to a Books A Million last fall and we saw one of these and they were like $80. I haven't even read the series, but I know I'm gonna love it. I hope I love this. Knowingly, whenever I wanted to get into ACOTAR series, I bought the first one before it switched to what the covers are now. So I only have the original cover of the first one. I finally read this book, and a month or couple weeks prior to me reading this book, the covers got changed to what they are now. So unfortunately I don't have the rest of the series in this cover, but I do have the first one. I love this book. I love this series. I'm sad I didn't get the rest of the series, but you know, it is what it is. There's nothing I can do about it anymore, but I have the original cover of A Court of Thorns and Roses, and now I also have the Throne of Glass. I'm ecstatic that she was able to get this for me. She knows me too well. She's the one I always do runs around towns with. Thank you. Thank you for calling me, really. Thank you. So shout out to her. I hope this half-price book stamp comes off with no issue. I'm really scared about it. Okay, the sticker came off perfectly. No issue whatsoever. Thank you so much. I'm so ecstatic. You were the best. Thank you. Okay. I can't with this book. It is 5:17 and I am eating this up. I'm currently at page 220. I am just non-stop reading this thing. All I want to do is read. Even though I do have assignments for school I gotta do, but all I want to do is read this book. I'm literally dying laughing. I even read a little blurb of it to my roommate because I was sitting next to her and she wanted to know what I was laughing about. The banter between all the characters and how they all just speak their mind, absolutely amazing. Even when Rosie and Ford show up, there's still constant banter no matter what. And I love the flirting between West and Skylar. I love the banter. I'm loving everything about this. Even the little cameos of all the side characters. I'm intrigued about Wildside next, but I am loving this book. Whenever she got a soccer ball kicked to her face, and girl, I understand that pain. I've played soccer for about 16 years of my life. I've had a soccer ball right to the face before. It's not fun, but it's part of the sport. Stinging and bruising stays around for a while, but I literally had to go to the eye doctor because of my soccer ball to the face. That was fun, but I'm loving seeing some soccer in here. It's cool. I enjoy soccer. I'm enjoying seeing little Emmy and them being coaches because it takes me back to when I was younger playing soccer, and that was always good memories. So I'm loving all this. I can confidently say I love when characters have children. I love Well, I love Wild Eyes. There's another book I read and I ate it up because they had children. Oh, Lucy Scored book. I can't remember which one it is, but I love that one because they also had a child in that story. It's just heartwarming to see a relationship grow around a child and seeing how one takes care of the child of the person they're growing their love with. So I'm enjoying everything about this. That's all I wanted to update about. I'm having such a great time. Now I get the reference to this because West started sending Skylar little emails because he threw her phone in the lake, and oh my god, I'm so thankful that he did that. I'm so thankful he threw her phone in the lake. She did not need to be constantly aware of what the tabloids were saying about her because she literally had a notification set to where if someone made an article about her, she would be able to see it right off the bat. So I'm glad he threw her phone in the lake. She needed the little detox that she's getting forced to do, but it was fun seeing him do the little breaking news kind of things for her because she just went out and drank with the girls, and she gave West a kiss on his cheek with bright red lipstick. And I'm about to start the chapter where on the first page of the chapter, that is my next chapter, says breaking news, style experts say wearing red lipstick every day is so in this season. So I'm loving to see the little hints to the storyline and whatnot on the cover. So I'm absolutely loving this. Thursday, and I know I didn't talk at all yesterday with y'all, so I didn't give you an update yesterday, but this is how far I am now. I've read all of this already. I got to page 313 last night, and I'm just flying through this. I'm forcing myself to do my schoolwork, but literally all I want to do is read this book. I'm loving every single moment between West and Skylar. I love Emmy and Oliver. Oliver's coming out of his shell more around Skylar, and it's so cute. Emmy just says whatever's on her mind, and it's hilarious. I love every moment of it. I will not get tired of Emmy being in this book, and I love the constant back and forth between Wes and Skylar. Currently, I'm already at the point where she released her first song through the Wild Rose Records, and it's already up for an award, and so she had to go back to deal with all that back in the city. And I'm pretty sure she's supposed to be coming back to Rose Hill. So I'm literally at a point where Skylar and West are on a phone call together, and West was watching a interview that she had earlier in the morning that he was not able to see. So that's so sweet. He is her biggest supporter, and she is his biggest supporter. They're so sweet together. I'm loving every moment of this book. I'm eating it up. I have laughed so many times while reading this book. It is absolutely amazing. Once again, I will say I'm so glad I waited to read this whenever I'm in the mood to just read, because if I read this during a reading slump, it would completely destroy my thoughts on this book and I would have been devastated. So I'm so glad I waited. Elsie Silver knows what she's doing. I feel like there's going to be something going on with her father and her agent. I'm hoping there's no blow up, but I feel like there might. I have a bit of a chunk left in this book, so I'm ready to see what's going to be happening, how she goes about dealing with her parents, her agent, how she goes about moving to Rose Hill to be with West and Emmy and Oliver. So I'm curious as how that's gonna wrap up. I'm enjoying this book so much. Elsie Silver knows what she's doing in every single book of hers. I'm excited to see the adaptation to the screen of these books. I got to read through the lyrics of the song, and it's so heartwarming. The lyrics of the song she wrote, it's so sweet. I love the characters, I love the environment. I can't get enough of it. I'm gonna be so sad to finish this book. So that's my update for today. I've been working on my reading journal and also assignments and watching some Netflix while I've been doing that. So I haven't read much today. I got to page 350 today. I've done a little bit of reading today, not a whole lot, but I'm excited to continue and see how the story gets wrapped up. finished Wild Eyes last night and I love those books so much. I love the ending. The ending was so cute. I cannot get enough of the relationship between West, Skylar, Emmy, and Oliver. It was all so adorable, the entire family vibe. I almost started crying whenever Skylar pushed West away and left to go back to Los Angeles. It broke my heart. It really broke my heart. And to hear how she felt during that time frame afterwards, and even hearing it from West's point of view and Ford filling in Skylar of how West was doing was so heartbreaking. The live broadcast that Skylar finally just was done with everything because they were asking her personal questions. That type of questions should not be broadcasted or even asked about in interviews. That is just so wrong. Even in a book like this, I just couldn't believe they were willing to ask a question about that, because what the heck? Those are personal photographs. Nobody else should see those type of photographs besides the one you intend them to. And it's just so wrong for someone to take that personal moment from you and just putting it out to everyone and so they all know every bit of you. Like, that was ridiculous. And come to find out it was her dad and her agent. Oh, I'm so glad she went off on them like that. And then at the award show when West showed up, oh, that was such a sweet moment. I love the moment West showed up at the awards instead of Ford being there. I'm so glad he came to his senses and fought for him and his happiness. Just a wholesome moment. I love that. And then the speech Skylar gave to the entire award show when she won her award was just perfect. She was calling out the people that needed to be called out, didn't sugarcoat anything, and told everybody that she just needed a break and was retiring. Like, she loves songwriting still, even after. But the performance aspect just was not it for her anymore. I'm so glad she came to the realization that she just did not love it, and that's not what she wanted to do with her life. She wanted to spend the rest of her life with West, with Emmy, with Oliver, and just have a family at Rose Hill. Like, it's just a sweet book. I loved every moment of this book. It gave me all the emotions, and I'm so glad I was able to read it and have a wonderful experience. I'm so glad. I definitely recommend this series. I love this book, love everything about it. Absolutely perfect. So thank you for coming along with me reading Wild Eyes and listening to all my thoughts on this book. So thank you so much for watching.